Hi everyone, welcome back. Section 54 of the Astik Parv of Adi Parv. Swati said, then the snake dame Jaratkaru, calling her own son, told him the following words, according to the directions of Vasuki, the king of the snakes. O son, the time has come for the accomplishment of that object for which I was bestowed to thy father by my brother. Therefore, do thou that which should be done. Astik asked, why wert thou, O mother, bestowed on my father by my uncle? Tell me all truly, so that on hearing it, I may do what is proper. Jen Jaratkaru, the sister of the king of the snakes, herself unmoved by the general distress and even desirous of the welfare of her relatives, said unto him, O son, it is said that the mother of all the snakes is Kadru. Know thou why she cursed her in anger her sons. Addressing the snake, she said, as ye have refused to falsely represent Uchashravas, the prince of horses, for bringing about Vinata's bondage according to the wager, therefore shall he whose charioteer is Vayu burn you all in Janmejay's sacrifice. And perishing in that sacrifice, ye shall go to the region of the unredeemed spirits. The grandsire of all the world spake unto her while uttering this curse. Be it so. And thus approved of her speech. Vasuki, having heard that curse and then the words of the grandsire, sought the protection of the gods. O child, on the occasion when the Amrita was being churned for. And the gods, their object fulfilled, for they had obtained the excellent Amrita with Vasuki ahead, approached the grandsire. And all the gods, with King Vasuki, sought to incline him who was born of the lotus to be propitious so that the curse may be abortive. And the god said, O Lord, Vasuki, the king of snakes, is sorry on account of his relatives. How may his mother's curse prove abortive? Brahman thereupon replied, saying, Jaratkaru will take unto himself a wife of the name of Jaratkaru. The Brahmin born of her will relieve the snakes. Vasuki, the best of snakes, hearing these words, bestowed me, O thou of godlike looks, on thy high souled father some time before the commencement of the sacrifice. And from that marriage thou art born of me. That time has come. It behoveth thee to protect us from this danger. It behoveth thee to protect my brother and myself from the fire, so that the object, that is, our relief, for which I was bestowed to thy wise father, may now be unfulfilled. What dost thou think, O son? Sati continued, thus addressed, Astik said unto his mother, Yes, I will, and then addressed the afflicted Vasuki, and, as if infusing life into him, said, O Vasuki, thou best of snakes, thou great being, truly do I say, I shall relieve thee from that curse. Be easy, O snake, there is no fear any longer. I shall strive earnestly so that good may come. Nobody hath ever said that my speech, even in jest, hath proved false. Hence, on serious occasions like this, I need not say anything more. O uncle, going thither today, I shall gratify, with words mixed with blessings, the monarch Janmejay installed at the sacrifice, so that, O excellent one, the sacrifice may stop. O high minded one, O king of snakes, believe all that I say. Believe me, my resolve can never be unfulfilled. And Vasuki then said, O Astik, my head swims and my heart breaks. I cannot discern the points of the earth, as I am afflicted with a mother's curse. And Astik said, Thou best of snakes, it behoveth thee not to grieve any longer. I shall dispel this fear of thine from the blazing fire. This terrible punishment, capable of burning like the fire at the ends of the yuga, I shall extinguish. Nurse not thy fear any longer. Sati continued. Then that best of Brahmins, Astik, quelling the terrible fears of the Vasuki's heart, and taking it, as it were, on himself, wended for the relief of the king of the snakes. With speed to Janmejaya's sacrifice, blessed with every merit. And Astika, having gone thither, beheld the excellent sacrificial compound with numerous sadasyas on it, whose splendor was like unto that of the sun or Agni. But the best of Brahmanas were refused admittance by the doorkeepers, and the mighty ascetic gratified them, being desirous of entering the sacrificial compound. And the best of Brahmanas, that foremost of all virtuous men, having entered the excellent sacrificial compound, began to adore the king of infinite achievements, Ritviks and Sadasyas, and also the sacred fire. Section 55. Astik Parv Continued. Astik said, Soma and Varuna and Prajapati performed sacrifices of old in Prayaga. But thy sacrifice, O foremost one of the Bharata race, O son of Parikshit, is not inferior to any of those. Let those dear unto us be blessed. Sakara performed 100 sacrifices. But this sacrifice of thine, O foremost one of Bharata race, O son of Parikshit, is fully equal to 10,000 sacrifices of Sakara. Let those dear unto us be blessed, like the sacrifice of Yama, of Harimedha, or of the king Ratni Deva, is the sacrifice of thine, O foremost one of Bharata's race. O son of Parikshit, let those dear unto us be blessed, like the sacrifice of Maya, of King Sasavidu, or of King Vaishravana, is the sacrifice of thine, O foremost one of the Bharata race, O son of Satyavati, in which he sacrificed, in which he himself was the chief priest, is the sacrifice of Niriga, of Ajamida, of the son of Dashrath, is this sacrifice of thine, O foremost one of Bharata race, O son of Parikshit. Let those dear unto us be blessed, like the sacrifice of the king Yudhishthir, the son of a god and belonging to Ajamida race, heard of even in the heavens, is the sacrifice of thine. O foremost one of the Bharata race, O son of Parikshit, let those dear unto us be blessed, like the sacrifice of Krishna, the Dvaipayan, the son of Satyavati, in which he himself was the chief priest, is this sacrifice of thine, O foremost one of Bharata race, O son of Parikshit, let those dear unto us be blessed. These Ritviks and Sadasyas that are here engaged in making thy sacrifice, like unto that of the slayer of Virata, are of splendor equal to that of the sun. There now remains nothing for them to know, and gifts made to them become inexhaustible in merit. It is my conviction that there is no Ritvik in all the worlds who is equal to thy Ritvik Dvaipayan. His disciples, becoming Ritviks, competent for their duties, travel over the earth. The high soul bearer of liberation, that is Agni, calls also Vibhavasu and Chitrabhanu, having gold for his vital seed and having his path marked by black smoke blazing up with flames, inclined to the right, beareth these thy liberations of clarified butter to the gods. In this world of men, there is no other monarch equal to three in protection of subjects. I am ever well pleased with thy abstinence. Indeed, thou art either Varuna or Yama, the god of justice. Like Sakara himself, thunderbolt in hand, thou art in this world the protector of all creatures. In this earth there is no man so great as thou, and no monarch who is thy equal in sacrifice. Thou art like Khatwanga, Nabhaga, and Dilipa. The prowess thou art like Yayati and Mandhyatri. In splendor equal to the sun and of excellent vows, thou art, O monarch, like Bhishma. Like Valmiki, thou art of energy concealed. Like Vashishta, thou hast controlled thy wrath. Like Indra is thy lordship. Thy splendor also shines like that of Narayan. Like Yama art thou conversant with the dispensation of justice. Thou art like Krishna, adorned with every virtue. Thou art the home of the good fortune and belongs to the Vasus. Thou art also the refuge of the sacrifices. In strength thou art equal to Dambodava, like Rama, the son of Jamadagni. Thou art conversant with the scriptures and arms. In energy thou art equal to Aurava and Trita. Thou inspirest terror by thy looks like Bhagiratha. Swati said, Astik, having thus adorned them, gratified them all, that is, the king, the Sadasyas, the Ritviks, and the sacrificial fire. And King Janmejay, beholding the signs and indications infested all around, addressed them as follows. Section 56. Astik Parv continued. Janmejay said, Though this one is but a boy, he speaks yet like a wise old man. He is not a boy, but one wise and old. I think I desire to bestow on him a boon. Therefore, ye Brahmins, give me the necessary permission. The Sadasyas said, Brahmin, though a boy, deserves the respect of kings. The learned ones do more so. This boy deserves every desire of his being fulfilled by thee, but not before Takshak comes with speed. Sauti continued. The king, being inclined to grant the Brahman a boon, said, Ask thou a boon. The Hotri, however, being rather displeased, said, Takshat had not come as yet into the sacrifice. Janmejay replied, Exert ye to the best of your might, so that this sacrifice of mine may attain completion, and Takshak also may soon come here. He is my enemy. The Ritviks replied, As the scriptures declare unto us, and as the fire also saith, O monarch, it seems that Takshak is now staying in the abode of Indra, afflicted with fear. Sauti continued, This illustrious Sutta named Lohitaksha, also conversant with the Puranas, had said so before. Asked by the king on the present occasion, he again told the monarch, Sire, it is even so as the Brahmins have known. Knowing the Puranas, I say, O monarch, that Indra had granted him this boon, saying, Dwell with me in concealment, and Agni shall not burn thee. Sauti continued. Hearing this, the king installed in the sacrifice became very sorry and urged the Hotri to do his duty. And as the Hotri with mantras began to pour clarified butter into the fire, Indra himself appeared on the scene. And the illustrious one came in his car, adorned by all the gods standing around, followed by masses of clouds, celestial singers, and the several bevies of celestial dancing girls. And Takshak, anxious with fear, hid himself in the upper garment of Indra, was not visible. Then the king, in his anger again, said unto his mantra knowing Brahmins these words, bent upon the destruction of Takshak. If the snake Takshak be in the abode of Indra, cast him into fire with Indra himself. Swati continued, urged thus by the king Janmejay about Takshak, the Hotri poured libations, naming that snake, then staying there. And even as the libations were poured, Takshak with Purandaras himself, anxious and afflicted, became visible in a moment in the skies. Then Purandara, seeing that sacrifice, became much alarmed and quickly casting Takshak off, went back to his abode. After Indra had gone, Takshak, the prince of snakes, insensible with fear, was by virtue of the mantras brought near enough the flames of the sacrificial fire. The Ritviks then said, O King of Kings, the sacrifice of thine is being performed duly. It behoveth thee, O Lord, to grant the boon now to the first of Brahmanas. Janmejaya then said, Thou immeasurable one of such handsome and childlike features, I desire to grant thee a worthy boon. Therefore, ask thou that which thou dearest to thy heart. I promise thee that I will grant it even if it be ungrantable. The Ritvik said, O Mohana, behold, Takshak is soon coming under thy control. His terrible cries and loud roars is being heard. Assuredly, the snake had been forsaken by the wielder of thunders. His body being disabled by your mantras, he is falling from heaven. Even now, rolling in the skies and deprived of consciousness, the prince of snakes cometh breathing loudly. Sauti continued, While Takshak, the prince of snakes, was about to fall into the sacrificial fire during those few moments, Astik spoke as follows, O Janmejaya, if thou wouldn't grant me a boon, let the sacrifice of thine come to an end, and let no more snakes fall into the fire. O Brahmin, the son of Parikshit, being thus addressed by Astik, became exceedingly sorry and replied unto Astik thus, O illustrious one, gold, silver, kine, whatever other possessions thou dearest, I shall give unto thee. But let not my sacrifice come to an end. Astik thereupon replied, Gold, silver, or kine, I do not ask of thee, O monarch, but let thy sacrifice be ended so that my maternal relations be relieved. Sauti continued, the son of Parikshit, thus addressed by Astika, repeatedly said this unto that foremost of speakers, best of Brahmins, ask some other boon, O blessed be thou. But, O thou of Bhrigu race, he did not beg any other boon. Then all the Sadasyas conversant with the word Vedas told the king in one voice, Let the Brahmin receive his boon. Section 57. Astik Parv continued. Shaunak said, O son of Sutta, O son of a Sutta, I desire to hear the names of all those snakes that fell into the fire of this snake sacrifice. Sauti replied, My many thousands and 10,000s and billions of snakes fell into the fire. O most excellent Brahman, so great is the number that I am unable to count them all. So far, however, as I remember, here the names I mentioned of the principal snakes cast into the fire. Here first the names of the principal ones of Vasuki's race alone, of color blue, red, and white, of terrible form and huge body, and deadly poison. Helpless and miserable and afflicted with their mother's curse, they fell into the sacrificial fire like libations of butter. Kotisa, Manasa, Purna, Kala, Palahalmaka, Pitchakal, Konapa, Kakara, Kalavega, Prakalana, Hiranyabahu, Karana, Kakashaka, Kaladhanaka. These snakes born of Vasuki fell into the fire, and O Brahman, numerous other snakes, well born and of terrible form and great strength, were burnt in the blazing fire. I shall now mention those born in the race of Takshak. Hear thou their names. Puchachandraka, Mandalaka, Pindashetaki, Revanaka, Uchochika, Karava, Bhangas, Vilavetas, Virojhana, Sili, Salakara, Mukha, Sukumara, Pravepana, Mudagara, and Suromana, Suroman, and Mahahanu. These snakes born in Takshak fell into the fire, and Pravata, Parijata, Pandara, Harina, Krisa, Vihanga, Sarabha, Medha, Pramoda, Sohatarapana, these born in the race of Airavat, fell into the fire. Now hear, O best of Brahmins, the names of snakes I mentioned born in the race of Kauravya, Iraka, Kundala Veni Shakhanda, Kumaraka, Vahuka, Sri Raghava, Dhurtaka, Prataka, and Astaka. These born in the race of Kuravya fell into the fire. Now hear the names I mention in order of those snakes, endowed with the speed of the wind and with virulent poison, born in the race of Dhritarashtra, Sankukarna, Pitraraka, Kurtharasa, Sukhara, and Shikara. Purandagada, Purandamukha, Prahasa, Sakuni, Dara, Amahatha, Kumathaka, Sushena, Vyaya, Bhairava, Mudhavedaga, Pisanga, Udraparataka, Rishabha, Vegata, Pindaraka, Rakshitaka, Sarvasaranga, Samriddha, Partha, and Vasaka. Varahaka, Viranaka, Suchitra, Chitravenkinka, Purasaka, Tarunaka, Manisandaka, and Aruni. O Brahman, thus I have recited the names of the principal snakes known widely for their achievements. I have not been able to name all, the number being countless. The son of these snakes, the son of those sons that were burnt having fallen into the fire, I am unable to mention. They are so many. Some of 3 heads, some of 7, others of 10, of poison, like unto the fire at the end of the Yuga, and terrible in form. They were burnt by thousands. Many others of huge bodies, of great speed, tall as mountain summits, of the length of a yama, of a yojana, of 2 yojans, capable of assuming at will any form and the masterings at will any degree of strength, of poisoned like unto blazing fire, afflicted by the curse of a mother, were burnt in that great sacrifice. With this, we come to an end to this episode of Mahabharat. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, this is your host, Madhulika Rajahan, signing off. Stay healthy always. Narayan Narayan.